There I was in the middle of doing my taxes, minding my own business, and this man comes up and says, "Matthew, come follow me." And I'm like, who is this guy? But you know what? He just smiled and he asked me again. So, I did. I don't know what came over me. I mean, I'm a tax collector. I don't do stuff like this on a whim. Maybe it was because I didn't know who he was, but for some reason he knew me. You know, maybe it was his eyes. You know, the kind of eyes that just don't look at you, but they look in you. So I spent the whole day with him, walking around with his friends. But it was getting kind of late, and my friends and I had dinner planned, so I invited him over. You know, my friends, they're not the nicest bunch. Well, actually, they just care about themselves. Totally opposite of all of Jesus' friends. But there they were, together, and it kind of made me uncomfortable. So I went to the kitchen to get something to eat. And when I returned, there they were, sitting together. And I heard
a disturbance coming from that tax collector's house. I was with some of my colleagues, and we were just returning from prayer at the temple. In Matthew's house, I saw a certain man, a man claiming to be the Son of God. I knew this was a teachable moment for all concerned, so when I saw one of his so-called disciples leaning against the wall, I asked him, if he truly is the Son of God, what is he doing with all these sinners?
Sinners? It's not like we didn't know that we were the bottom of the barrel, but the word still hurts. So everyone was quiet, and we were waiting for Jesus to respond to this Pharisee. And he looks right at him and says, "The healthy don't need a doctor. I've come for the sick." Now, the Pharisee was real mad. But at that moment, I realized I'm going to choose Jesus. I'm going to follow him wherever he wants me to go. I knew I wanted to be healthy from the inside and out. And that's what I did.
My full opinion of this magician will be better served another day. He has come for the sick. These people are sinners. The Son of God, the Messiah, would not defile himself among sinners. Look, I know the law, inside and out, and I am an expert on who and what the Messiah will be, and it is not him. You can call me old, calloused, not with the times, but one thing I will not stand for is this: I will not be mocked. I'll see that he gets his. You can count on it.
I bet we weren't out there for very long. We just came back from eating a large meal in the upper room, and Jesus was talking about someone betraying him. And then he led us to the garden. It all happened so fast. Jesus asked if Peter, James, and I would come out a little further and pray, but we kept falling asleep. I mean, we didn't mean to, it's just... Apparently we did it a lot of times because Jesus came out and woke us up, and he said, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is so weak." The whole night was such a blur. I still can't believe Judas started all this. I mean, did he truly believe what he was doing was right?
Right there, the one praying by himself, that's Jesus. That's what I told the temple guards that night in the garden. We'd made a deal, 30 pieces of silver, and I wanted every cent. I told him the others would try to defend him, try to make a scene. But I told him, "Follow me, and I'll give you the one you want. Leave the others alone. The one you want is the one I will kiss on the cheek."
Betrayed by the kiss of a friend? I mean, what was Judas thinking? The guards came to arrest Jesus, and then Peter took a sword and cut off the guard's ear. Then Jesus took his ear and put it back on as if nothing happened. Then they took him. I wish I could say that I stayed and fought, but I didn't. We ran. I ran. We fled like scared little children. I can't even imagine what Judas is going through.
What have I done? What have I done? I can't face what I did. I'm so stupid. 30 pieces of silver in exchange for my soul? How arrogant. Satisfying my stupid, selfish greed instead of seeking the approval of the only one who really counts. My priorities have been messed up since day one. I'm so stupid. I made the choice to betray him, and now I can't live with it. I killed him. I crucified him. I crucified my king.
Crucify him. Crucify him. That's what they screamed. It's what they all screamed. They wanted me to kill this innocent man. Look, it's my job to keep the peace in this miserable town, and that's exactly what I did. I tried to make it easy for them. I tried to give them a choice between Barabbas, a known criminal, and murderer, and this man claiming to be the king of the Jews. The crowd wanted me to release Barabbas to them and crucify the innocent man. Look, there's certain things you have to do to stay in power. I know that may seem cruel, but what would you have done? Decisions have consequences. There was so much talk about this man, but I didn't owe Jesus anything. My wife said, don't have anything to do with the innocent man. But I absolutely could not change the crowd's mind. So I gave him over to the people, and I washed my hands of it. They made the final decision. He was flogged, he was whipped, he was forced to carry his cross up to Skull Hill, and there he was crucified. That's it. He's dead. The guard that took him down made sure of it. Yeah, I know. People said that he claimed he'd come back to life. I doubt that. Not after what my soldiers did to him. Oh, he may have had delusions. I mean, I asked him myself, are you the king of the Jews? And he said, I've come to testify to the truth. But what's truth? Look, it may be true that he was a king, but come back from the dead, there's no chance. He's dead.
He is alive. Just as I am standing here, Jesus is alive. There we were in the upper room, feeling sorry for ourselves. And in comes Mary running in saying that an angel of the Lord told her that Jesus was alive and that she was supposed to come to us disciples and let us know that everything would be okay. John and I, well, we had to find out for ourselves. So we ran to the tomb, and sure enough, his body was gone. But I couldn't face him. Not after what I did that night when they took him. I mean, I denied him. And not just once, but 3 times. Then I left him. I just left him. I left everything. And I went back to fishing. So there we were fishing, catching absolutely nothing. Then there was this man on the shore. He said, cast your net on the other side of your boat. So we did.
and we caught more fish than we could even carry. I had to find out who this was. But John figured it out first. It was the Lord. I got so excited I couldn't even wait. I jumped in the water and began to swim to the shore. Then I stood up, and there I met him face to face. And then he looked at me with those eyes. Those eyes that see everything. And he said, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" I said, "Well, of course I do." I thought that was such a silly question. And then he said, "Feed my lambs. Feed my lambs." And then he said it again. He said, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" This time I started getting a little frustrated. I thought, "Lord, of course I do. You know I do." And he said, "Then shepherd my sheep." And then finally he said it again. He said, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" Right there, I knew what he was doing. I said, "Lord, you know all things. You know I love you with everything I have." And then he said, "Then feed my sheep. Lead his people. Serve him by loving those that he loved." Then he said these words that took me back to when we first met. He said, "Follow me." The choice was simple. He is alive. I am alive. The angel at the tomb said, "Go tell the disciples and Peter." And Peter. He said my name. My name. At the lowest point of my life, ridden with guilt, he said my name. And you know what? He says yours too. That's made all the difference in my life. You know, if you were to ask most people, they'd tell you that Jesus is real. That's not even the debate. It's just some choose to call him a liar. Some choose to call him a lunatic. And then there's others who choose to call him Lord. So I guess the question is, what do you choose to say he is?